Morning. Happy Equinox. I'm out for a walk around the Tor. This is in front of me, one of the largest ash trees in Glastonbury. And then behind St Michael's Tower in Glastonbury. Come out for a little walk to enjoy the birds on this lovely spring day, to enjoy the blue sky, to take a little meandering walk through the woods in peace and quiet. To celebrate the arrival of the spring equinox, the time when light and dark are equal. I came and did a video yesterday and posted it, a walk up Glastonbury Tor, and unfortunately it posted with no sound. The point of that video was the bird sound in the background, so sorry about that. Hopefully we can take in some more. Bird sound today. I'm going to offer a poem for the spring equinox. It's a poem by William Blake called To Spring, and very apt for this time of the year. This is the woods at the bottom of Glastonbury Tor. This, unfortunately, is a fallen elder, one of the girthiest elders in Glastonbury. It's been sat here for a long time. Now it's fallen down. Thankfully it is sprouting out of the main trunk there. I don't know if you can see, but sprouting new shoots all the way along here. This is basically going to act like a laid hedge and start sprouting up. It's a shame that it's collapsed. It came down in a storm. It had Victorian wrought iron wrapped around it as well. I don't know if that's still visible. Yes, it is. In here. There's old Victorian wrought iron fencing that would have come down along this path back in the day. That's a beautiful wren song. That's a blackbird. Oh, we've got all sorts going on right now. But it's that wren song that really does it for me. It melts all of winter away, thaws me out from the very first note. The way they run on and trail on. I walk with a lot of woodpecker. Rare that you come for a walk in the countryside here and don't hear a woodpecker. They're absolutely loving the because the ash trees are becoming so deteriorated. They're providing lots of nesting opportunities. The woodpeckers, as well as the jackdaws, are nesting in holes like this one in here, within the ash trees. And this is a row of ash trees I like to call the pilgrim ash trees, as they seem to be forming a line all the way up the Tor towards St Michael's Tower. This was once a field boundary. You can tell by the line of trees, but also by the buttress roots and the scarring around the base of the trees that looks like it's had wire wrapped around them. The pilgrim ash trees. Those guys feature in the Heritage Ash Trail booklet, which should be available in the town hall little pamphlet. So yes, and the wren. I walk with a lot of German people from the Netherlands as well, and they call the wren like the king of the fence or the king of the hedge, because it perches on top of there and it's this tiny little bird and its beak goes like this to sing its song, and it kind of vibrates as it's singing. Hilarious. Branchlet feet and needle claw, a story on your tongue. Scuttle, patter, beady eye, a poem spoke to sun. Be meek before the morning comes, and be bold before the day is done. For it is within your little song that winter falls and spring is hung. Little poem to the wren there, dedicated to the wren. That's a poem that I wrote. Wrens, they say it is written that they were very relevant in pre-Christian religions and may have been used for the purposes of divining. Their songs may have been used by the Druids for purposes of divining. I find that fascinating. Not quite sure how, but Every now and again a wren song appears at exactly the right moment, and a joy it is that it appears as well. So up in the woods here, well, more ash trees dotted around. We've got horse chestnut. So excuse the engine in the sky at the moment. A hawthorn coming into leaf. New signs of spring. You can eat these little buds. They're fresh, tender greens. And then this path meanders through the woodland with the tor on the right, and we're currently on the eastern side of the tor. And the sun has risen to my left over here, and we're at the time of equal night and day, equal light and dark at equinox. And we come into the centre of the woodland here, and we've got a girt horse chestnut here, and what was a double-stemmed ash that had its second leader taken off because of its structural integrity was compromised. Top of St Michael's Tower, and then the sentinel beech tree in the centre of the woodlands, to whom I'm going to stand within its vicinity and recite this poem by William Blake called To Spring. O thou with dewy locks, who lookest down through clear windows of morning, turn thine angel eyes upon our western isle, which in full choir hails thy approach. O spring, the hills tell one another, and the listening valleys hear. All our longing eyes are turned up to thy bright pavilions. Issue forth and let thy holy feet visit our clime. Come o'er the eastern hills, and let our winds kiss thy perfumed garments. Let us taste thy morn and evening breath. Scatter thy pearls upon our lovesick land that mourns for thee. O deck her forth with thy fair fingers, pour thy soft kisses upon her bosom, and put thy golden crown upon her languished head, whose modest tresses are bound up for thee. That is one of my favourite spring poems. It's by William Blake. He did a series to each of the seasons, and that's the one to spring. I think that's my favourite of the series. That's certainly the one that I managed to commit to memory very, very easily. The sensuality of the language in there, the sensual connotations in that poem are rife and so apt for spring at this time, when all of the local trees are spreading their pollen about willy-nilly on the breeze or via insect. I like to say that springtime is an orgy on the breeze. These sexual and sensual connotations I quite enjoy. So thank you for joining me for this lovely little spring equinox walk through the woods at the bottom of the Tor. We'll say thank you to the beautiful beech tree and to all of the other trees we've seen today. Thanks to the woodpecker and the wren, blackbird. I'm wishing you all the best for this equinox. I hope the forthcoming spring and summer brings all of the loveliness. Much love from me and from the trees here on Glastonbury Tor. Hope to see you this weekend. Abbey Walk tomorrow at 11. Sunday is a public walk into the countryside to meet Grandmother Lime. I hope to see you on one of those walks. For now, goodbye from me. Goodbye from everyone else.